Hi everyone, my name's Nate. I do a video a week to basically do a weekly recap, and I talk about what's going on in my life and just basically how I'm managing as a human in this day and age. I've lost both my parents, and I'm in college, and I'm just so grateful that you are watching this video. So let's get into this week's recap. I heard back from the job. Remember, I had a interview via Zoom, and it was like a group interview, and I was like, it felt like a cattle call. It was crazy. And I got an email on Friday this week, and I have an in-person interview. I'm so excited. So I'm on to the second round of interviews. I think this one is with other people as well, like a group, because I'm not like their only option, obviously. But I'm so excited. I really want this job, and I just think I would be a good fit. And I also just want a job with more hours so that I can get out of the house more. And honestly, it will just help my mental health. And so that is why I'm being so persistent about this. And so I really hope I get it. I really want this one. I've been wanting to work for this specific place for, oh gosh, forever. And when they finally had an opening, I applied, and I'm just glad I'm in the interview process, and I hope it goes well. So I will keep you updated on that for next week. In the dating realm, I really don't have an update. Guys, I'm really struggling with that. If anyone knows what to do to grab a man, let me know. I'm really struggling because all the guys I'm catching only want a hookup or non-committed fun, like continuously, like a friends with benefit type of deal. And I specifically have on my dating profiles looking for long-term relationship. Like, it doesn't say anything about hookups or anything like that. And so I'm just frustrated because, yeah, maybe like my bio's wrong. Maybe my pictures are not inviting enough. I don't know what's going on, but I am not catching them. And it's kind of disheartening. I haven't been on a date in over a year. Last year, and honestly most of 2023, I honestly don't remember the last time I went on a date. But like last year in 2023, I obviously, like, I just couldn't because of the death of my dad. And it just, I'm ready to like get in the dating pool, but I feel like no one's ready for me. And so I'm trying to counteract that and feel more positive about it. So we'll see how it goes. Right now, I'm not too hopeful, but I'm trying to be hopeful. So I will update you if anything changes in that narrative. This week for me for school was spring break, and so I didn't have any school or assignments due. I'm really grateful for my program that I'm in, that the professors made sure to make sure no assignments were due or that we had to work on anything during spring break. So this week, I literally have just been doing longer workouts, reading a ton, and really like working internally. I know like that sounds boring to some, but it's what I need right now. I need to do me time and work on myself. I did hang out with one friend this week, and I'm really grateful for that. It's a new friend, and there's kind of some deep stuff with this, so gird your loins. But it's a friend from my vocal class, and they were like, hey, let's go to a movie. It's $5 Tuesday, because we both really wanted to see the movie Mickey 17, which I loved that movie. Everyone needs to see it. It's flipping hilarious. Robert Pattinson did amazing. And it's such a funny social commentary on this day and age's politics in the US. I love it. And it's a good laugh to make fun of the trauma that's going on in this country. So everyone watch it, whether in theaters or rent it. I don't know. It's amazing. Uh, then, but anyways, we went and saw that and it was so great. And I was like, hey, should we do a double feature? And he's like, you know what? Why not? So we saw Anora after that. Now, I was apprehensive to see this because I really love Cynthia Erivo. Like, I adore her. She's someone I actually look up to as an actor and a theater person myself and an artist. And I was really sad that she didn't win Best Actress. But I saw Anora and I understood why that lead won. The emotion of that film is so beautiful and powerful. And I think she deserved it. And I really hope Cynthia gets it next year because then she'll be an EGOT and she deserves to be an EGOT. But after the movies were done, we hung out in the movie parking lot until 3 a.m. just talking. And it was so fabulous. We talked about really deep stuff to lighthearted stuff. And what I loved most is that we also talked about the arts and our passions and gender. So we both are very fluid with our gender. And it was really beautiful to meet someone that's that way, that you wouldn't guess off a first glance, because people usually don't guess unless I have makeup on that I'm gender fluid. And so it was really nice to connect in that way. But here's where the deep stuff gets, like, that I gotta talk about. Because I'm owning myself with this one. So we were talking and he's like, yeah, it's spring break and I have the house to myself. My parents are out of town. So I really want to host a party. And I was like, oh my God, that would be so fun. I would love to drink some White Claws, which is like an alcoholic seltzer for those who don't know. And he's like, yeah. And then we were talking about drinking, da, 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 da. And I brought up the alcohol, just so everyone's clear. Then we both go home. And the next morning I wake up and I am overthinking it, but in a healthy way. For those who don't know, I don't know if I've talked about it on my channel. I am sober. Alcohol is not good for me. Alcohol really affects my mental health, specifically my depression. It's one of the things that led to my unalive attempt at the beginning of this year. It isn't the only thing, but it is a factor. And I just can't. As of today, I'm 74 days sober. I've been sober since my attempt on the 1st. And yeah, I can't do alcohol. And the next morning I was really apprehensive about this because I don't want to be judged and I want to make friends. And I want to build a bigger community. But I knew this is what I needed to do. So I sent a text explaining that I'm sober, that I cannot drink due to my mental health, and that I'm sorry that I wasn't honest with that last night. And I hope we can still hang out. I would love that. And yeah, something like that. I sent that. And it took him a whole day, but he responded. And he was like, hey, no worries. Like, it was very short because he considers himself straight. So he's like kind of like a bro. And he's like, hey, I totally understand. Like, I respect that. And of course, we can still hang. I was like, awesome, sweet. Let me know if you still host something this weekend. And then I'd love to come to the party. It's not a trigger for me to be around alcohol. And he never asked, and I'm currently overthinking it because I'm like, oh my God, like, what if he had the party, but he just really didn't want me there because he thinks I'll drink? But I can't think that. And whenever I start to think that, I pause and I remind myself, you know what? You did the right thing. You were honest. You stayed true to yourself. And I'm being dead ass. Like, even just in December, it's March now, I would have not come forth that I struggle with alcohol, and I would have then gone to said party and drink until I get into a deep depressive episode. I would have. And for me to come this far, this soon, like this fast, I'm really fucking proud of myself because I don't want to drink. I don't want to get back, which I never thought I'd say. And I don't want to get back to where I was at the beginning of this year, where I cut out everyone I love, where I tried to end my life, and all I thought about day in and day out was my grief. I do not want that to be my narrative, that I'm a depressed alcoholic. I have dreams and ambitions, and alcohol will hinder me and ruin that for me. And so I can't do it. I can't have a sip of alcohol. And I'm really proud of myself for sending that text. And I know this is dramatic to say, but if he doesn't want to be my friend or invite me to parties because of that, then I'll find other people to hang out with on campus. And if not on campus, I have plenty of friends outside of school, so it's fine. But that's like the biggest thing that happened this week. And for me, it's a huge thing. And I'm so proud of myself for holding true and standing with my sobriety. Alcohol's a poison for me. And this is just my opinion, but anyone who struggles with any type of mental illness should not drink alcohol. It's just my opinion. It triggers, literally, there is science behind this. Alcohol, literally, if you struggle with depression or anxiety or PTSD or anything in that nature, alcohol, the stuff that is in it, literally is a depressive, and it will trigger you to do that more. It's awful. It's a poison that will make you want to die if you struggle with mental illness. Yeah, I know that's kind of heavy to end on, but I feel like that's where I should end on. This week overall was really good for me because I succeeded and I took care of myself this week. It was basically just an R&R week. And it's so silly, but one of my favorite parts of almost every day is whenever me and my best friend Taylor talk. We talk so often, even if it's just a quick text, one text, or a funny meme. She is just a godsend. And so hold on to the people you love. Stay true to yourself. And this new week is coming, but we will stand up and be ready for it. So let's breathe another day, and you're loved.